Hello everyone and welcome to United Red Devil TV. Coming back with our nearly said Saturday, it's not Saturday yet, that is tomorrow, Friday afternoon transfer news and rumours show. I'm going to jump straight in. Hopefully everyone is doing good today. Hopefully today we'll have some better news than we did yesterday. And apparently a one-time target, Manchester United target Pedro Neto, is reportedly set for a medical with Chelsea after a 51.7 million deal was agreed between Chelsea and Wolves. Neto had been linked with United early in the window, but due to their abundance of attacking wingers at Old Trafford, never seemed likely destination for the 24-year-old. When Neto was just 17, he visited Carrington. No way. We had a chance to sign him when he was 17 and we didn't do it. Oh, you have got to be kidding. We had the chance to sign Erling Haaland back when he was a teenager and they wouldn't let Solskjaer do it. And we could have had one of the best strikers in the world. Oh, mate, the Glazers need to get out, man. They're killing our club. They really are. When Neto was just 17, he visited Carrington ahead of a potential move, but the switch never materialised. I didn't even know that. Oh, that's put me in a bad mood. Manchester United want to make at least 3 more signings in the final 3 weeks of the summer transfer window, as Manchester Evening News Sports' Samuel Luckhurst reports. A deal for Bayern Munich right-back Nassau Mazraoui is contingent on the intended sale of Aaron Wan-Bissaka to West Ham. Wan-Bissaka's representatives remain in talks about his personal terms. United are also struggling to reinforce their midfield as they have not sold any members of that department. Interest in Casemiro from Saudi Pro League clubs has waned due to their focus on younger recruits, and the Brazilian is under contract until 2026. United have rejected bids for Scott McTominay from Fulham, and Christian Eriksen expects to see out the final year of his contract at the club. So he just like everyone else is just basically refusing to budge because of how much money he's getting paid. Oh my God. Nothing is changing. Former Atletico Madrid centre-back Mario Hermoso is reportedly on United's radar this summer. According to Spanish... See, I didn't even know that... whatchamacallit, he was a free agent. Because apparently, according to the United stand, that whoever's written the age of Mario Hermoso it's wrong. Because... Or the United stand's got it wrong. Because apparently... according to Spanish journalist Maximo de la Cruz Ramirez, the club have initiated an official contact with the 32-year-old, even though the United stand said he was 29. It's reported that negotiations are in the initial phase, with the defender demanding a 3-year deal with a gross salary of €6 million. A year, I'm assuming that is. Manchester Evening Sport understands that Manuel Ugarte, Paris Saint-Germain, Real Sociedad midfielder Martin Zubimendi, who is pretty much on his way to Liverpool. So I don't know why they're still throwing Manuel Ugarte in there, because PSG are wanting the same fee they paid for him when they bought him last year from one of the Portuguese clubs. Can't remember which one it was. And that's not happening. Zubimendi's pretty much on his way to Liverpool. Free agent Adrien Rabiot is asking for way too much money, so that's probably not going to happen. Former loanee Sofyan Amrabat have all been discussed as possible midfielder incomings. United want to bring in a new number 6 in this summer, but have had little success in doing so. It's because the players are refusing to bloody leave. That's what it is. Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag has confirmed that he could be without up to 6 defenders for Saturday's Community Shield clash with Manchester City. New signing Lenny Yoro has been ruled out for 3 months with a metatarsal fracture, and fellow centre-back Will Fish suffered ligament damage in the 3-0 defeat to Liverpool on Saturday. Harry Maguire was left out of the Liverpool match as a precaution and fellow centre-back Victor Lindelof was taken off at half-time for similar reasons. United could also be without fullbacks Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw. Harry Maguire missed the game against Liverpool was a precaution, but is still a question mark for Saturday, Ten Hag said. So we have training. We have to see whether he is fit enough or not to be available. Victor played also, but he's a question mark, and also Azar and Luke Shaw are both question marks. We have to assess them tomorrow. Oh, you have got to be kidding. Manchester United goalkeeper Radek Vitek is attracting interest from League One side Barnsley. Under new head coach Darrell Clarke, Barnsley are looking to sign a new goalkeeper this season. Chelsea's Gabriel Solana is also on their radar. Vitek appeared for United during pre-season, impressing against Rosenborg. I actually don't know much about him because we don't ever really get to see him that often. Manchester United are holding talks with Burnley over the possible signing of Sander Berge. According to reports, earlier this week it was reported that the Norway international was on United's transfer radar after the decision to call their interest in Manuel Ugarte. According to Slow Sports News, United have held initial talks with Burnley regarding Berge. It said that they are exploring the conditions of a deal to bring Berge to Old Trafford. Reports in elsewhere this week have suggested the 26-year-old would cost around £30 million. Berge himself is understood to be keen on a move to Old Trafford. Slow Sports News have reported the midfielder wants to complete a return to the Premier League after being relegated with and he said Barnsley because of the early thing, Burnley even. Manchester United's hopes of landing Adrien Rabiot have been handed a boost following reports that Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid have backed down. AS have reported that both teams have ruled out going for the French international, who will be available on a free transfer after he left Juventus in June. His agent and mother, Veronique, is said to be key driver in his next move. No, it's just greed. That's what it is. Reports from Italy are claiming that Manchester United's interest in Monaco midfielder Youssouf Fofana are getting louder and louder. United are keen to sign a new defensive midfielder this summer, and Fofana is one of many players being eyed. However, Corriere dello Sport have claimed that AC Milan are willing to wait a few more days before making a decision on their interest. Apparently, this is according to Samuel Luckhurst. Midfield ought to have been the priority for United, a new number 6 to complement Mainu, but as Ten Hag noted last week, their positions are occupied under profitability and sustainability rules. United cannot stockpile departments where the weekly wage bill is around £750,000. United had the finances to leverage to bring in Joshua Zirkzee and Lenny Yoro as high earners. Anthony Martial and Raphael Varane came off the payroll on July 1st, hence why fees were agreed for Zirkzee and Yoro within the first 2 weeks of the last month. It has gone quiet on centre-back, on centre-halves, Jared Branthwaite and Matthijs de Ligt, as Victor Lindelof, the great survivor, has still not been shifted. Lindelof only played 2 halves across United's 5 pre-season friendlies due to an ominous niggle. For Nazar Mazraoui to come, Aaron Wan-Bissaka must go. And they're just refusing to go, so we're stuck in this looping cycle of players that are desperate to come and we can't bring them in because the greedy ones that have no love for Manchester United whatsoever won't move on. Sofyan Amrabat has been the subject of transfer requests by Fenerbahce and Galatasaray. The ex-Manchester United loanee has returned to Fiorentina after his temporary spell at Old Trafford came to an end. There is still a possibility he could return to Erik ten Hag's men, but no deal is in place yet. According to Gianluca Di Marzio, both offers are not sufficient for Fiorentina to entertain. Yeah, because in Turkey they have no money. Manchester United transfer target Jean-Claire Todibo is close to joining West Ham United. Mate, West Ham have just been bossing the transfer window, man. Bringing in Fulkrug and a load of other players as well, mate. They're just being boss in the transfer window, man. They're going to be deadly this season. They're going to be the dark horses. Watch. The Nice defender, who was strongly tipped to make a move to Manchester, will join on loan for the season with an obligation to make the switch permanent for €40 million. And this is according to Fabrizio Romano. Jean-Claire Todibo to West Ham, here we go. Exclusive scoop confirmed as hijack is completed. Understand Todibo, his agent and West Ham director Tim Stuytent are flying to London right now. €40 million euro deal on loan with obligation and a sell-on clause, a medical book for today. Mate, that's who we wanted, and he's going to bloody West Ham, man. God, UEFA suck, bruv. Manchester United defender Will Fish has suffered torn ligaments and is set to be sidelined for up to 5 weeks after picking up an injury against Liverpool. The setback all but rules out a transfer for Fish, who has generated interest from some Championship clubs. The 21-year-old's contract expires next year, but United have the option of an additional year. Before the injury, Fish was told that he would not be sold unless there was another incoming at centre half. Due to new signing Lenny Yore's fractured metatarsal that could rule him out until November, United sold centre-back Willy Kambala last month and released Raphael Varane. Manchester United have failed to remove Sofyan Amrabat from the squad list on their official club website, despite his loan move officially ending 39 days ago. Amrabat was signed on a season-long loan on deadline day in last summer's transfer window, and Fiorentina received a €10 million loan fee, which is around £8.5 million from United. Although Amrabat is wearing United's home kit for the 24-25 season, on the website it's understood the photos for the new campaign weren't recently taken by a photographer. I don't know. Manuel Ugarte was understood to be United's number one target, but tension between valuation of the midfielder has led to reports indicating the club have turned their attentions elsewhere. However, for multiple reasons, Ugarte doesn't tick the boxes that Ten Hag and United need. Opinions are everything in football, and the Uruguayan international doesn't solve the desperate need for a tackling machine. Actually, he does. Yet it's a look at some analytic data that gives Ineos further reason not to match PSG's £51 million valuation. A pin chart made by Josh Williams at Distance Covered on X has formed a collective database of number 6 across Europe's top 7 leagues, including the Premier League, who played over 1.350 minutes in the 23-24 season and are aged 26 and under. The graph showcased each player's pass completion percentage and progressive passes per 90, at least 10 metres long, and moves the ball at least 25% of the remaining distance to the goal. Ugarte sits in the top 3 for passes complete at over 90%, which is encouraging, but his progressive passes per 90 is only 4. And that is pretty much it for the time being this afternoon. We'll definitely be back a little bit earlier tonight with the evening update. If I have missed any news or any articles, please drop us a comment with a link down below so I can go and have check it out and maybe add it into tonight's show. Thank you guys very much for watching. Make sure to like the video, share the video around, and if you're new, smash the subscribe button, tap the bell icon so you don't miss a video, and I'll catch you in the next one, guys.